Hello everybody and welcome to TradeStation's Market Review. My name's Simon Clarke from Trade with Precision and I'll be discussing some of the key markets of interest for me right now. Now if we come and take a look at the mini Dow future here, last week I was looking at these sort of levels on the markets, and the market was at around sort of 17,700. It was up here towards the sort of high, so it's not actually made an awful lot of advancement on the previous week. However, what has happened is that the market has pulled back into some of these key levels that we identified on the sort of intraday time frame. So 17,400, key level of support and resistance, as we can see here. If we take a look at this on the 4-hour chart, we had 17,550, we had 17,400. I was looking for 17,550. Well, these two levels, I was looking for these specifically. If I sort of zoom into this, as to how price action was going to sort of respect them. In fact, we got the pullback into 17,400. Markets found support here quite clearly, and now we've got the advancement on again. So now the market structure is starting to look a lot more bullish, in my opinion. So we've certainly got a nice move here. We've certainly got nice indicator readings, just indicating there's nice strong momentum here in the market too. So again, what I'm starting to look for again is a next move up in this market. We already identified in previous weeks sort of up here towards the highs. We've got around sort of 17, a sort of a resistance level or a previous level. Let me sort of mark that in. Up here to these sort of highs, it's around sort of 17,750, 1740, that sort of area here, where you can see that we're right at that point at the moment. Market certainly found resistance there too, but we've also got the big level up here towards 18,000. And the way that this market is looking sort of quite bullish, if we get a breakthrough here of 17,750, in other words, if we can sort of make continued new highs, then I think we're going to sort of see easily a retest up here towards 18,000. Certainly what I'm looking for. What I'll be looking for really is sort of positions on the intraday time frame, so sort of coming down to the 4-hour chart, coming down to sort of 2-hour charts, even the 1-hour chart, looking for pullbacks into the averages, looking for opportunities to be able to get positions utilizing sort of trend flowing trading strategies, like we have here, where the market sort of pull back into the averages to be able to trade the market long. Now, the other markets that we looked at were the yen, the currency future. Now, we've had some really interesting movements on the yen over the past week. So last week the market had just broken out of this range. We've been looking at this range and looking at opportunities between the range. Preference was always, of course, in the direction of the prevailing trend, which was long for a breakout. We've had the breakout. My expectation, if you remember, what I was looking for, or expectation I should say, on the 4-hour chart was a bit of more of a consolidation around this level. So I was expecting a bit of a pullback into the level before we got the advancement on. Now what's happened is the yen's just been extremely bullish over the sort of past week. We've just had no pullback. Market's just sort of rallied on here. But now, if we look at the 4-hour chart, we can see that now we've got a bit of a change here. So we got the move up, we got a high, we got a higher high in price, but then when we compare with the indicators here, this is one of the techniques that we use these for, as convergence and divergence. We can see we got clear divergence on the recent high, so we're getting a pullback at the moment. Question is then, as a trader, where's the market going to pull back to? Now on the 4-hour, the market's sort of broken the structure of the trend. It's also sliced straight through the buy zone here as well. So we come up the time frames and start to look at where is the next sort of obvious place where the market may find support, and that happens to be right back into this very strong level that the market had found resistance at before. Also sort of clusters in with the zone here, in with the buy zone, and even the daily chart still looks extremely bullish. So again, looking for an opportunity, maybe the market's sort of going to pull back into this level. If it finds support here, then again looking at new positions long to trade the yen long. Now Another currency pair that, or another currency future here, I should say, that I'm interested in, which has got some nice trend structure in, is the Canadian dollar. Just come quickly, very similar sort of structure here. Nice bullish price action. Again, we're sort of breaking out to new highs here on the Canadian dollar. And even if we start to come down the time frames into intraday time frames, we can start to see on the 4-hour chart, if I open this up, here on the 4-hour chart, we've got lovely optimal chart structure starting to form here with moving averages in the right order. We've got nice convergence here on the indicators. So again, looking for the opportunities as the market starts to come back into the moving averages here. And we can see that that is occurring here on the 4-hour, the 2-hour time frame, and even on the 1-hour as well. And even on the 1-hour, you can see that this pullback that we've currently got is now sort of sitting straight on top of pivot points. Last week we also looked at oil, crude oil, and let's come and take a look at this. Now, crude oil has, we've had a very bullish week in crude oil. So we had a couple of levels here that we'd identified as interesting levels. So we've got this sort of 43 area where the market's clearly found resistance at before, and there was this other level around sort of 37.60. So the market's broken above that. It's continued to rally up towards the 43 level. So my reading on this is we certainly had some nice intraday moves as the market sort of moved up here towards sort of 43, but I think we've got still here 43 is a key decision point in the market, and we've still got the decision point underneath around 37.60. So what I'm looking for is if this is going to continue higher, if we're going to break through 43. For me, also for entries, I'm looking at more lower time frames. So I'm going to come down to the 4-hour chart. So again, on the 4-hour chart, you can again see we've just got lovely trend structure here with confirmed momentum as well. So many opportunities trading this market long. But for me, like I say, we've got this, we're coming up to this sort of 43 area above price. So for that, I'm going to be sort of cautious. I want to see how the market reacts around 43, whether we break through that and find support, or indeed whether the market's going to find resistance. And then of course we've got these other levels which have previously been support, which we'll be keeping a close eye on underneath price action. So some interesting market times at the moment, certainly some interesting trends out there at the moment to keep a close eye on. Let me just tell you about the events that we're running here at TradeStation International. If I sort of come across to the TradeStation International website, you can see if you come across to the webinars tab and then live webinars, you'll see that we're running here a free event to join. This is Trend Trading the Momentum Edge. This is on Wednesday the 20th of April. It's a 1-hour event. You can come and join this for free of charge if you'd like. We look at how we trade momentum, how we look at reading the strength of momentum in the markets and how this can help us with our trading. You just need to navigate to the page, fill in your details here to register, and then you'll be sent a link to join. Okay, so hope you found it useful. Certainly look forward to speaking to you next week. Bye for now.